Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Do you remember what video games were like in October 1982?
We have a live audience. Are you live, audience?
We were last playing Vic Rescue on the Commodore VIC-20, another game that begins with Vic. Let's see what the next game is in our quest to play every single video game. Our next release is still on the Commodore VIC-20. This is Video Mania, our highlight for the episode. Video Mania, another one I'm not familiar with. Let's check it out together. Here's the box for Video Mania. Oh, nice. Another one by Creative Software. They have this orange, kind of like, makes me feel like we're a lollipop or, what do you call them? The creamsicles? It's like a creamsicle color box. But every Creative Software box has done this for the Commodore VIC-20. This is the 13th game that Creative Software has done here on the show. And the front of the box basically just looks like a sci-fi game. We're blowing up some feet. Doesn't really sell it for you. It says joystick is required to play this one. And we love that on the Commodore VIC-20. Pop in the cartridge and play. Flip it over in the back. Oh, very nice. It's by Tom Greiner. Way to go, Tom. This one's the 7th game we've seen by Tom Greiner. You're in an open field and strange alien creatures are roaming all over. If you stand still too long, they'll collide with you, causing instant annihilation. Your only defense is to throw your electronic alien zapper, shaped like a football, at them and annihilate them first. Really? In the future, we have our zappers shaped like footballs? There's our enemies. We got the Evil Eye, the Wall Walker, the Killer Box. And the controls is joystick only. Plug in that digital joystick to play. Here's the scoring, how to play it. And how to play just means turn off the system, plug in the cartridge, and then turn it on. What other artwork do we have for Video Mania? Besides the box, we also have, there's the cartridge. They put the feet on the front of the cart. Very, very nice. With an example of the screenshot. Not too much there. What we saw in the back of the box basically was the manual. There was no other inside sleeve. This is available in a few different regions. We're going to pop in the very first one in North America. This is Video Mania, Tom Greiner and Creative Software at some time in October 1982. Ooh. Whoa. Tom's making the Commodore VIC-20 sing. Like a rusty squeeze box. Wow. That is a lot of music coming from the Commodore VIC-20. Oh, and there's the enemies. Very cool. Whoa. And there's movement on the screen while the music's going. Now, I'm playing this on the unexpanded VIC-20. I wonder if we wouldn't get that garble if we added a little bit of memory to it, but it's still really, really impressive. All right, let's push our button and then go. I am the man-shaped character on the screen. Move around freely, 8 different directions. I have my electronic zapper shaped like a football, sort of. Whatever they say in the manual goes. But every time I kill someone, oh, look at that. There's animation on the tombstones when they die. They're slowly deteriorating. That's awesome. Oh, man, there's whatever the enemy was coming right at me. What? And we get cutscenes too? Oh my gosh, Pac-Man! Wait a second. Can they do that? Of course they can. It's October 1982. Everyone can do whatever they want to do. It was pretty gritty, but I bet if we added some memory, it'd be a little bit smoother, possibly. But that's really impressive for the Commodore VIC-20 to get that kind of music or sound coming out of it. It was loud. Wait, what is this enemy doing? It was following me last time, and now it's going in random patterns. So this is the 296th game that we've played for the Commodore VIC-20. Very, very popular gaming computer, and we're not done. We have a lot more games to come for this system, but this game is already playing really, really well. Look at this. We get another cutscene. And we've died. Oh no, we're back again. Great. Oh, they're gonna push as many enemies as they can on the screen. Let's see. I had to watch out for the one shaped like a box was the one that homed in on me. Looks like these are following slightly different patterns. Like you can see, the eyes are going diagonally around, and then the looks like the wall walkers, if that's what they were. Yeah, they're going like in square and diagonal patterns. Once you kill all the enemies, then you move on to the next screen. What we're seeing here is a variation of Robotron 2084. On the Commodore VIC-20, there is no twin-stick shooting like it was in the arcades, but it is top-down. We're not moving room to room like we would be in Berserk. We're just all on the same screen, and I bet they're trying to push how many characters they can get at once to play on the screen. This is already pushing the limits. Notice that my character, as it moves around, changes from colors. Everything does, actually. All characters are moving and changing. Every time they move across the screen, they're changing colors. Almost makes me think of that we're playing something on the ZX Spectrum. Oh, there it is! Gotta watch out for that one. And figure out its name. It was on the back of the box. So control-wise, it is 8 directions to shoot, but you have to be moving in that direction first. And we've seen that with a few other games that are trying to be like Robotron. You have to move and then shoot in that direction, but you have the freedom to shoot all those ways. No, the tombstones don't block me. They're just there for the ambiance, and then they slowly deteriorate. So it looks like we started to repeat. Oh my goodness, yes. And slowdown's kicking in because of so much happening on the screen. Yeah, they're definitely trying to be like Robotron 2084. This is... when we originally saw Robotron 2084, that was in the arcade in June 1982. So bear in mind, the arcade game is fairly new, but we've already seen some people trying to copy it. This is the 4th variant of Robotron 2084. Only 4 across all systems so far. So you can't really get that much out there. Another one that we played twice was Robot Battle for the Apple II and the Atari home computer. Very, very well done. So this kind of style of game is rare to see. Video Mania didn't even try to name it like Robotron. Sometimes we get games that they're really bold. You know, they play the title really close. All right, let's see if we can get it. Nope. There we go. Gotta watch out for that guy. So I can fire my electronic football all the way across the screen. There we go. That was a lucky shot. And it does not go away until you fire again. Man, come on. The enemy that's shaped like a square feels like it's the evil auto of this game. Yeah, no one to rescue, that's true. So it's not a complete copy of Robotron 2084. Yeah, tombstones don't block me, you just walk past them. The tombstones are just making the game slow down even more. So the concept and gameplay are great for a Commodore VIC-20 game. It's awesome. Fresh with the Robotron 2084 going. It is smaller sprites, but it feels like this whole game, everything about this is pushing the Commodore VIC-20 too hard. The enemies on screen, the music that plays in the beginning. Oh, see, and we're slowly speeding up. Oh man, that was close. Oh no, there he is again. Get him. He's gonna home in on us. I know he is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is still really, really fun. You would have a blast playing this right now in October 1982. The top left shows us our lives. We're now on our last life. High score table. And this is a one-player only game. There is no multiplayer or variations. This is the game. You're going level by level. I really enjoy the cutscenes. And ripping off Pac-Man's kind of bold too. But I'd say of all the games you could play right now, this is slightly above average. Especially for the Commodore VIC-20. If this was Commodore VIC-20 alone, I'd go 4 stars, maybe 4.5, because you'd have a lot of fun on this system. Since we're rating this across all home computers, though, oh, he got me. So tough. I mean, the presentation's great. Music, notice that we get a little transition between everything. Yeah, Curtis has already thrown out a rating with 3 stars or 3.5 stars. Yeah, Video Mania is excellent. I'm going to say above average as well for all the games you could play right now across all home computers. 3.5 stars for sure for Video Mania. Very nice. Well done, and let's see what our next release is. Next is Viking for the Dragon 32. Let's check it out. Starting with the box. I love the Dragon 32 boxes. They always something fun or better. Oh, it looks great. This one is the 32nd game we played for the Dragon 32. And this game shouldn't be new to, we've already seen this game several times. Viking's been out on the Coco, on the Commodore 64. We've already seen it on several computers. This is the last release, the final release of Viking. So last time you're going to see this game, and in fantastic fashion with an awesome front of the box. We will rule the day as Vikings. We don't have any other artwork, I believe, except the box. Yeah, we have the cassette to play. Now that it's in the United Kingdom, they finally get a chance to play Viking. Let's pop it and play. This is originally by Prickly Pear Software. Bill Nolan. Way to go, Bill. Published by Dragon Data at some time in October 1982. Ready? Yes, the Leif Erikson Simulator. I love it. All right, we're in. Just do a quick command. How many players are playing? Let's go with all 4. What level of play? We'll go with level 5. Who lives in Oslo? And we're going to do what we did before. I'm going to go with myself first. As Chrono, are you a man or a woman? Last time I checked, I'm a man. Who lives in Viborg? Last person in chat was Curtis. Curtis will live in Viborg. And Curtis will be man. Who lives in Frisia? Manly. And Manly's got to be a man because it's manly. Who lives in Burka? Before that was Mtiski. Let's do Mtiski lives in Burka. And Mtiski, we'll say you're the woman of the story here. So here's how the game works. It is a simulation business management kind of game. So it goes year by year, and you have to make decisions for your clan of your Viking clan and how well you can do. I just remember there's a lot of rats involved. There we go. Your storekeeper tells you that Norway rats ate 38% of your stored grain. Those darn rats. He says you need additional ferrets to control the rats. So Manly begins their turn. It shows how many people were born, how many people died. Yeah, more people died, probably because of the rats. And so they picked Manly first, and it's going through all of Manly's stats: how many fishing boats, how much money they earned. You have 2 ferrets, so it's just going through all the stats, and now you make decisions. You want to buy grain, sell grain, or continue. It's menu based, almost like a choose. Now I don't want to say choose your own adventure, but it is multiple choice, and you're picking those choices. So if he wants to say, I want to buy grain, how many bushels? Let's do 20 bushels, and then just say continue. And then it gives you your stats of anything. If you want to buy in more ferrets, for example, they suggested buying ferrets. Sure, we'll buy 1 ferret, and then 9 to continue. It shows you a graphical display of your boats, your armory, markets, and so forth. And then Manly gets another total revenue. And make any changes to this, like your import profit sales. So you're just making the decisions. And if we say 6 to go on, now it says how much do you want to distribute? Oh, for grain, we can say 300. And then now it goes to Mtiski next. I think they're picking these at random. But you go turn by turn. It explains all your stats for Mtiski. How many people? Oh, more people died in Mtiski's clan of Burka. And then we have the fishing boats. How much money they earned. And then they have Mtiski has 2 ferrets. So you're just going screen by screen. And if you played this, we've seen it on the other home computers, you go turn by turn, getting an idea of your stats, making decisions and who can be the best Viking by making business decisions. Oh, he was one of the owners of it. Nice. That's a great idea. We need to eat the rats. You should be in charge of your own clan, Chiptune. All right, so let's go with buy grain and just buy 300 there. Bushels. I think that's too many, actually. So you keep going, making the decisions you want. We won't buy ferrets. They got plenty. Shows you your graphic display. And then we'll just say 6 to go on. Won't make any changes there. And let's do 20 to distribute. Nice and easy. Gives us a quick summary. Move on to the next one. And it shows of all the people who's the best standing right now. And then it goes to my turn after that. So we won't proceed any further. You get the idea. A fun party game if you have enough people to play. 4 people that could play. I would still say of all the games across all home computers, this is the last time you could play this. I'll say 3 stars. It's very average for everything that you could play across all home computers out there. Well done. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. Next release is back on the Commodore VIC-20. This is Vikman. Vikman, or Vikman. All we have is an advertisement for this one. Another one by Nufkop. This marks our 14th game that we played by Nufkop. And it shows you, it actually says Vikman here, not VIK-Man, but they changed the names depending on if you're in the title screen or not. With a few other games we've seen, I believe most of these we've already seen by Nufkop. And an example of the screenshot, yes, punk rock, the screenshot gives it away. Let's pop it and play Vikman. at some time in October 1982. This is our 297th game we've played for the Commodore VIC-20. We got our tape inside. I'm going to fast forward because this is going to take a long time to load. Still loading. All right, once we get here, it asks, how many monsters do you want? If we start with number 1, you'll see how this works. Gosh, we die fast. Go get the power up quick. Oh, man, it's a little slow to move. Oh, what in the world? They changed the color scheme? Once you get the power pellet, you can barely see anything. So this is another game on the unexpanded VIC-20. The artificial intelligence is much to be desired for the ghosts. Notice that the ghost seems to get stuck. Let's see if he follows me. Oh, yeah, he's going. Oh, he's going. Oh, man, he juked me. It's all over the place. Yeah, it's obviously Pac-Man, and if you have been tuning in on the show, you know we played a lot of Pac-Man, but did you know that this is the 124th variant of Pac-Man, not the official Pac-Man? I'm talking games that play like Pac-Man but aren't official Pac-Man. This is the 124th. That's how many are out there. Very garish color scheme, going from purple to the 1 dot. And we can obviously let's pick more ghosts. I'm a little scared to do 3. If 1 was that crazy, what's going to happen if we do the other ones? All right, let's go. 3 ghosts. Bring it on. Run away as fast as you can. Oh, actually, they move a little slower. Okay, that makes sense. So we've even played 16 Pac-Man variants on the Commodore VIC-20 alone. This one's the 16th. Some of the best ones you could play on home computers right now at the time is Ghost Hunter, that I always rave about, 2-player Pac-Man on a home computer. Jelly Monsters is available. It's very, very good for the Commodore VIC-20. Check out that one too. Serpentine, which blends the Snake and Pac-Man style games, is another really good one. Snack Attack is another excellent one. Bezman, Hungry Horse on the ZX Spectrum. Lots and lots of really, really good Pac-Man variants that you could be playing right now. So this one is more on the lower end of the Pac-Man style games. Especially with this color scheme. That's a good point, Brian. You know what? I'm going to say it. Yet this version is worse than the Commodore, than the Atari VCS version. Yes. First, I have to break the game, as is tradition on the Commodore VIC-20. So there you go. Across all those variations and all those versions, there's so many more that you could play. I would actually say this is the same level of Pac-Man variants as Super Chomper and Vikman that you could play on the Commodore VIC-20, which means I'm going 2 stars of all the games you could play. Oh, I'm going even lower than that. Well, yeah, I'll go 2. I'll say 2 stars because it still responds. It still works with a joystick. We played other games that are keyboard only that are even more finicky. So I'll still say it's bad, but there's worse. All right, with that, let's press forward to see our next game. We're going all over the world, everywhere to play video games. Our next game is Warp Destroyer for the Apple II. Let's check out some Warp Destroyer. I love the sound of that. Yes, there's the box. It looks like some of the other ones we've seen by Piccadilly Software. This is the 6th game we've played by Piccadilly Software, and that includes all the ports they've ever done. I believe most of them were on the Apple II. This looks like the same box that we saw for Falcons, if you remember the front of the box for that. It looks really, really close. And it looks like, oh, nice game paddles and joystick work for this one. Sweet. Flip it over the back. It's the year 3526. And your lifetime enemies, the Zalbians, have broken the neutrality pact of 3103. Man, they went way in the future for this one. The Zalbians have seized a number of your colonized planets and have established a base on each planet. You must recapture each of your 12 planets from your arch-enemies. Your mission will not be easy. After traveling through subspace to reach each planet, you'll be confronted by mines, fighters, and probes before you reach the Zalbian base. You must then destroy the base and begin the journey to the next planetary system. By Thomas Ball. Way to go, Thomas. And Eric Varse. Oh, wait, that's the same guys. Thomas Ball and Eric both did Falcons. So, yeah, it explains why the front of the box looks familiar. Cool. What other artwork do we have for Warp Destroyer? There's the lore for you. Other than that, there's the 5 1/4 floppy disk. We're going to pop into our Apple II. Yes, Brian, we're into the W's, finally. The manual inside has a few of the instructions. Boot the Warp Destroyer diskette. When it's finished, you can pick between paddles, keyboard, or joystick. Sweet. It has a demo mode, too, just like the arcade. We have subspace, we have mines, we have probes, and we have the Zalbian base. So it looks like if we get far enough, we'll have a boss. That's awesome. There's our controls on joystick, keyboard, or paddles. And then a few different game options. If you want to stop the game, switch between... Oh, cool. You can switch up the movement for your paddle. And then the story that we have already read on the back of the box. Cool. Let's pop in and play Warp Destroyer. I'm excited. Published by Piccadilly Software at some time in October 1982. This is the 400th video game we've played for the Apple II. Woo! Yay! Celebrate the 400th game on the Apple II. We played 400 video games, or at least checked out 400. All right, so I'm going to go with keyboard controls for this time. The paddle and joystick are not functioning as well, but I'm still going to rate it like it's cool that the paddle and joystick works. Here we go. Ready? Warp Destroyer. Presentation already looks great. Cool. There's our ship, I think. Nice. There's the mines. Fighter special. Very well done artwork. Look at the pixel art. Playing into the artifacts of the Apple II as well. All right, so if we do 2 players, it's a hot seat affair. You don't get to play at the same time. I'll do 1 player. As it boots up, we have a lot of things on the screen. We show damage report. We have a little radar in the center, and then it shows our altitude and status, which I have to move myself over, if you can see on that side. So there's a lot here. Oh, I got to pay attention because this is important. Quick. Got to keep my crosshair on that. Otherwise, we won't make the warp. Quick. Pull in. Get closer to the... Oh, I'm pushing the wrong key. No wonder. You have to remain fixed on the crosshair or you get blown up like that. Okay, we'll try it again. Prepare for warp. I'm prepared now. All right, here we go. Yes, there. Stay on said crosshair. Got it. That's it. And as you move farther away, you slowly get pulled like gravity away from it. So you have to stay on it. Stay on target. All we do are holding the warp. Hold the warp. Come on, finish the warp. We're warping to the Zalbian base. Yes. We exited subspace. We got it. Yes, it's first-person combat. We call these vehicular combats or space combat games, so action-like. So it gives us a little overview. Okay, now we're in. Ready? Watch this. When you fire shots, you're firing, and it's making what looks like cool shrapnel fly across the screen. It's awesome. Reminds me of a few games we played already for the Apple II utilizing this graphics mode like Hadron. So it's not a graphics mode that we're new to or fresh to. Also, if you look down the bottom of the screen, we can also turn our shield on. Oh, that's pretty cool. When you turn the shield on, it actually shows on the screen. Oop, shield, engage. It shows these little flickers on the screen. That's awesome. So really fast-paced. We're already getting a lot of damage. You gotta really be... Your target has to be good. Come on, blow them up, blow them up. Yes! So cool. Yeah, this is the way to do some space combat. This is so fun. Work on your timing and your shot and your aiming. Okay, we're approaching enemy fighters, so that was the mines. And then we go to the next phase. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can tell they're really working the graphics of the Apple II. It's so cool. Wait a second, am I scrolling? What? Hold the phone. I thought this was... What? We actually can move back and forth. I'm gonna die because I'm amazed that we can actually move the screen. I was not expecting that. With all that's happening... All right, we gotta blow up some fighters to see the next screen. Oh, and we gamed over. That's awesome. That is really, really fun. This one, you would be playing this for hours and hours just because of the perspective. It's so fun. And we know that there's other modes too. Like you're going to see a boss at the end if you get far enough. But it's essentially you're going wave by wave, and then you see a boss at the end. It's a blast. That one's great. That one's a solid 4 stars. Of all the games you could play across all home computers, that's excellent. I already see 4 over there. Oh yeah. Yeah, right? If it was on the Apple II only, yeah, this would be up there. So some of the best games you could play that are like this, space combat, right now. By the way, this is the 35th game that's a space combat game, but that's across all platforms. Some of the best that you could play right now is in Space Seeker in the arcade that we saw in 1981, but then Hadron and Horizon 5 for the Apple II are really good. But another one you got to check out is Vexus for the TRS-80. That's another really good one that plays just like this. This one's great. I might actually even go a little bit higher, but no, I'll say because it is a little bit slower paced. And because, actually, the controls are awesome because it gives you the paddle option and the joystick option. So well done. Warp Destroyer all the way. Yeah. I love that rating over there, Teddy. Yeah, 4 stars. Excellent. Excellent game. For all the games you can play right now, it's really, really good. You know what? I'm going to go higher. I got to go one more because this is a game that I could see myself playing over and over and over again and wanting to get better at and improve. So I'm going to say 4.5 for Warp Destroyer. Well done. All right, after that, let's see what our next game is after this commercial break.
Don't you dare buy a video game until you've seen the Atari 2600.
Oh, quick.
Buy one now, and not only do you get the best video game ever, you also get 3 smash hits worth $170.
Atari's global right now, even in Australia.
Missile Command, Asteroids, Berserk, plus Space Invaders.
Oh yeah, and the hit game Space Invaders.
Atari 2600.
We need to get one of those.
$70 worth of Atari games free.
But it's only until the end of December, Dad. So buy your Atari now.
Yes, buy one now. All right. We will. It's time to play on the Atari VCS, and this is Warplock. Let's check it out. Warplock. Another one by Data Age. Oh, man. I don't know what we're going to get into with Data Age. This is the 6th game that we played by Data Age. All of them have been on the Atari 2600. There's one more that we're going to see by Data Age before we end the year in 1982. This front of the box is really cool, though. Look at that. Is that the snow speeders from Star Wars that they just put on the front with some Tron graphics? Nice job, Data Age. Let's flip it over the back. Yeah, there we go. Wait a second. Paddle controls 1 or 2 players? That's a little unique. At the edge of the galaxy, on the fringes of hyperspace and hypertime, your spacecraft is trapped in a bizarre space-time warp. You're engulfed by a band of space pirates bent on destroying you and your crew. It'll take some inside moves with your paddle controller. If you can get out of this one. Yeah, we'll see about that. This one marks the 158th game we've played for the Atari 2600, or originally the Atari VCS. Well done, Atari. Keep on going. Just please give us a good one. This one marks the last game part of the Mindscape collection. These games were included with an LP, like a record. So you had a video game that you got an actual record to play with. This is the last one. So you look down here, we played Snake, we played Airlock, Bugs, Encounter L5, all of them right there. This is the last one that's part of the Mindscape collection that Data Age put out. There's our cartridge we're going to pop in our Atari to play some Warplock. Oh man, I don't know what we're going to get into. Here's the manual. Maybe it'll hype us up. It's the Intergalactic Combat Manual. This has a little bit of lore, some things that you could pause the screen if you wanted to read about it. Mission objective is just shoot a bunch of stuff. That's what we're going to do. I mean, they're really hyping up the manual. Maybe they're doing what Atari did, adding lore when you don't really need to add lore. I mean, come on, Breakout really doesn't need a story. We love it, though, here on Chronologically Gaming. How do you fight the battle? It shows us there. Paddle controls to work. Begin the game, reset button. This one allows you to have 1 or 2 players, and that's it. There is no other variations. You play by yourself or you play with 2 people, and by 2 people I mean you're taking turns hot seat style in the arcade. Let's play some Warplock. This is by Data Age, released at some time in October 1982. Oh man, feast for the ears. No, we are not going that loud. All right, I'm going to go with game mode 1. It's only 2 out here. Hitting reset, and we're in. What is happening with the sound? Oh man, I verified that this is the way the game sounds on actual hardware. Now, while the screen looks like I have more movement, this is paddle controlled. I'm only moving the paddle left and right, so they're starting us off in a weird position, awkward position, I should say. What is happening? It's a shooter where we're not able to... Good gosh, this feels so rushed. Now, the controls, move well for a paddle game, but your shot and the sound, this feels like it's... Why did they release this? Am I already done? Is that really it? After a few deaths and you just reset again? Oh man, can you imagine spending Can you imagine spending the full price for this game right now? I'd be so mad I'd want to cause a video game crash. Gosh. Because all we're seeing is this mode and that's it, with whatever's happening over and over and over again. Wow. I can't believe this. This is a fixed shooter. This is not new on the show. Fixed shooters we've seen tons and tons of. This is the 355th fixed shooter. Started all the way back to Space Invaders that first made it popular. All we're doing is moving left, right, and fire. This is the 18th fixed shooter for the Atari 2600. And some of the best ones you could play, this is so easy to beat, but some of the best ones you could play right now are Space Invaders that we saw in the commercial. Demon Attack is excellent. Communist Mutants from Space, Cosmic Arc, I mean, there's so many others. But what's interesting is the paddle control. This is a paddle-controlled fixed shooter, and there's only a few that you could play across all systems. We played 12 games on the Apple II that were paddle-controlled fixed shooters. There's one game we played on the Atari home computer that was called Probe 1, the Transmitter. That was a paddle-controlled fixed shooter. So you're just, doing what I'm doing, moving left to right and firing. And this is the 5th game we played that's a paddle-controlled fixed shooter on the Atari VCS. Man, this is so bad. This is not a variation of Galaxian or Phoenix or Stratovox, all those other fixed shooters that made it popular. This is none of those. I can't call this a variation of anything because this is a regression. This is worse. Someone warned me in chat. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is worse than Snake. This is also by Data Age. Man, that's so rough. That's bad. That's really bad. Now, it does work as a game, but it's almost borderline broken. I don't know if I want to go down and say it's a 1-star, but it's playable because you are shooting, but it's just so bad. I'll say 1.5 stars. I'm seeing even worse than that. It's another game that could cause the crash. Yeah, right? I'm amazed that this was released. I'll go lower. I'll say 1.5. It's right in between. It's broken and bad. It's that bad. Warplock. It functions as a game, but why? It's terrible. Oh, I see a 1.5 from Tisky. Yep. Yes, 1977 may have gotten away with it, but not here. Not today. No way. Well, that's all the time we have for Chronologically Gaming this evening. We're going to continue our quest playing every single video game all over the world on every system. Lots and lots of games to go and games to see. Be sure to tune in next time on Chronologically Gaming. Prepare for the Wizard War. I'm going to be needing someone to fight, so we'll be hosting a very special guest next episode. That's it for today, and like I always say, even if you weren't here in October 1982, you can still find games to love. Except Warplock. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.